Now presenting
the RK Ultra Podcast,
Expanding Your Minds.
whether you want it or not.
Today on RK Ultra, we're going to be talking about legendary inventor Nikola Tesla. If you've been paying close attention to our show, you know that there's a Tesla quote, right in the very beginning. I'm sure you've memorized it. I haven't. And here to talk to us today is, of course, Tyler Taldy, back again.
Hello. There he is. What do you know about the famed inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, Nikola Tesla?
Well, the most common base is the coils, something to do with it.
Ah, yeah, his Tesla coils.
Yes.
Where he's just like shooting electricity off into the air.
Yes.
Yeah, off his coil.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
People, put on like metal shirts and start ripping the guitar to it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. He's literally one of the most influential inventors of all time. Like, he worked really hard with electricity, and he created so many inventions that we use still today, like the radio.
Yeah.
He invented the radio.
They actually invented the first remote control boat.
Oh, no shit.
He had a remote control boat that he showed off at Madison Square Garden.
Random
It was
fucking thing to have.
like 1900 or something. It was, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, we're just gonna blow past radio. We're gonna
Barely have working bathrooms. And
Well, I mean,
that's
that's kind of how that works too. A radio, you just send a signal.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah. He was like the mad scientist of the scientist community.
Figured all was at that point.
Oh yeah, he was a rival to Thomas Edison at the time, the guy who invented the light bulb,
Quote unquote.
Yeah, but like Nikola Tesla was into some fucking crazy shit, like some really weird breakthrough shit that like was probably shut down by the government.
What was it?
Wireless transmission of power. So like he could somehow take electricity and transmit it through the air and transmit the power to objects in the area without wires.
Like a microwave?
Yeah, just why? Well, no.
Not exactly, but yeah, there would be like...
Yeah, because it turns into heat energy, so if you just changed it back.
It turns into heat energy.
Because it makes all the molecules do that. Which
Yeah.
makes heat. Same shit with no wires. I'd assume that was a generally good analogy. No?
I
don't think it would be so visible, but...
Fuck y'all. That was fucking great, dude.
But he was able to fucking shoot electricity 26 miles away from like a source and light up light bulbs that he had. And he like planned on making like a huge grid of electricity like around the world and basically just have wireless power everywhere.
Wow.
And everyone gets it for free.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
They fucking shut that shit down.
Damn right they did.
He built like a big ass tower. He was funded by JP Morgan to build like a radio tower or something. And he built an electrical transmission tower. It's called like the Tesla Tower. It's got some other like foreign name. But that was the one that could transmit 26 miles. And after JP Morgan found out, he had it torn down. Just fucking
shit.
obliterated it. Gone.
Damn.
Yeah. And he also suffered like, that's not the first time things have been destroyed in his life. He also suffered a fire, which got rid of all of his tools and his papers on radio. So we didn't actually get to the patent first, but he invented all of the components and stuff. Somebody just kind of patented it before him. So he's not actually credited with the creation of it, but he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he also seemingly invented the X-ray like a week before the guy who's credited with it actually did. Like, he kind of figured it out but didn't patent it, and the other guy put it out first.
Sounds like just a dick in a bar who's just like, I did it before everybody, just a week before him, I promise.
And not only that, he pioneered AC current, alternating current. It was a way more efficient way of having electricity travel distances. So as opposed to DC, which is direct current. You've heard of AC/DC.
Yeah.
So AC was more efficient, and it just like totally kicked off the electricity wave.
Did you know that Edison was a dick? He had an elephant killed like in front of a live audience.
Bob's Burgers.
He
Top.
was-
Wow.
He was trying to prove that like alternating current was
Whoa.
dangerous next to his DC current. So he like
Oh.
he like literally fucking fried a elephant that stood on a pad. And,
Holy
yeah,
shit
in
balls!
front of apparently he didn't pull the trigger himself, but obviously it was like his
Yeah.
There's a pretty I'm pretty sure it's on video. I've seen it before. It's like in black and white. Very
Wow,
old.
that's
Yeah.
fucked.
I thought it was fake when I first saw it. Then I read about it. I was like,
No.
holy shit.
That is
Holy
fucked.
shit.
So that's who Tesla was up against. But Tesla, honestly, he was the mad scientist. He said that he had visions, like he'd be struck with like a beam of light, and he'd just
Ooh.
see an invention in like
Ooh.
almost holographic detail, where he could like spin it around and like take it apart and put it back together, and like he said he saw this in his mind.
Okay.
Yeah, and he would he had this multiple times happen to him.
Wow.
Aren't you jealous?
Yeah.
Isn't that's fucking wild to think about?
He believes some like unorthodox things too. Like he didn't believe in electrons. Like he disagreed with Einstein on a lot of stuff. He thought like electron wasn't exactly a molecule. He had some other explanation that I can't.
Yeah, and he tried to communicate with aliens.
Cool with that.
Yeah, because he was playing around with radio waves and stuff like that.
He was just shooting shit out there.
Yeah, so he was just shooting shit out there and just trying to receive waves from outer space. And he said in 1901 that he received radio waves from Mars.
This fucking guy, dude.
So he's receiving visions of technology and communicating with foreign beings.
Huh.
I don't know.
That's wild.
I don't know.
And I like the idea of it. I mean, clearly he was a genius.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no.
but-
He also had some like really fucked up inventions. Like he had an invention that was called the death ray.
Intrigued.
Yeah. It was a teleforce weapon. So basically, it would harness a beam of metal ions, and they would hurtle them at like 270,000 miles an hour. And there's 100 billion watts of electricity packed into 100 millionth of a square centimeter in this fucking beam. And basically, you could shoot down like a fleet of ships 250 miles away with this fucking death beam.
Just vaporize entire armies.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Especially for the time period.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was actually around World War II.
Really?
Yeah, it was in the 40s.
Shit.
Yeah. Very interesting life, this Tesla guy.
Yeah. He had another invention called the thought camera. He fully believed he could take extract someone's thoughts and make it like a visual representation of what people were thinking too.
That's fucking wild.
I think it's one of the
Yeah.
patents that was like lost. He had like a couple hundred patents, and there was like 30 that are just lost.
Yeah, well, when he died in like 1943 or something, he was born in 1856, so he was like in his 70s or 80s. But he died in his apartment, and he had all of his papers there. And the FBI came in and took all of his papers, just confiscated them, and we never saw them again.
No shit.
So we're not allowed to see any of that
Greatness.
stuff.
Yeah.
What was he working on? You know what I mean? Like,
I think they even like made a statement and reported that they've gone through them, and there's like nothing of national security basically, but they still won't release it. You know?
yeah. Well, he was already fucking around with trying to give people wireless transmission of electricity.
Just trying to help the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to shut all that type of shit down.
Yeah, and it's free for everyone. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. I love that he's like, I'm gonna talk to the fucking aliens. Oh, one time he was experimenting with electricity, and he got trapped in a room with like arcs of electricity and stuff, and he couldn't turn off the machine, so he had to signal his assistant to go turn off the machine or something. And in that time, he got shocked. And he says that in that moment, he was transported through time. And he could see past, present, and future all at the same time.
Dude, this guy only gets better and better.
I know.
What the
I know. He's it's fucking wild.
I feel like I'm just listening to Rusty right now. Holy shit.
Yeah. So this guy was he was on some shit. He turned a car like fully electric in like the really early 1900s.
Huh.
And it could go like 90 miles per hour or something. He was,
Wow.
yeah, he was just fucking around.
Being that guy.
Yeah.
It's making RC boat.
And that's where they get the name Tesla for the company Tesla today, who makes all those electric vehicles. So
Yeah.
that's where that's based
Now
from.
you're informed. The name, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the greatest inventors of all time.
Oh, dude.
So, does this inspire you, Taldy?
Yeah, I'm going to make my bullshit stories so much better. If I get
My
famous,
bullshit
they'll
story.
stick.
No, you have to do something great and then
Yeah.
and then hide some bullshit story.
No, the
behind
greatness will be when I'm famous, and then I'll have a bunch of bullshit stories that random people have heard that will come through and sprinkle through. And it'll be like, I saved a fucking kid from a lion.
it. But I want to see your inventions. I want to see what Tyler
They don't.
Taldy,
Yeah.
what he could create.
What would you invent?
Something for myself.
Ooh.
Something to make my life easier.
Flashlight.
Hand crank.
I think that's the end of today's episode. Tell us, what do you know about Nikola Tesla? Talk about inventions. Comments below.
Yeah, what crazy shit that he's done are you into? Is there anything more you can teach us?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow us on X and Instagram at RKUltracast.
That was like the fakest laugh I've ever fucking seen in my life. Or www.rkultra.com.
So follow us because we'll be following you.
It was like
Yeah.
it's like fucking extended and
Jason was coming, dude.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla. He's a fucking lunatic. I love it, but he's super smart. He's invented a bunch of shit.
The shit that he has backing him, but the stories that come out of his ass are fantastic.
I know.
It's hard to disagree because he has so much shit behind
He didn't
him.
care about people or relationships or anything. He slept like fucking less than 4 hours a day. And all he did was fucking tinker with electricity and get shocked and go on cosmic adventures.
Seems to be right a lot. I don't know. I
That's
believe-
the weird part. Like
I know.
The past, present, future shit, fucking stupid. But then he invents 30 more things that change the world to this point.
Ancient alien theorists believe that Nikola Tesla was receiving radio broadcast waves in his brain from aliens from other planets. Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be some shit.
No, there's a really badass fucking episode of Ancient Aliens about Nikola Tesla.
Oh,
It'll
shut
teach
up.
you
Seriously?
everything. It'll teach you everything. It'll teach you everything and more.
Does that have the Asian guy with the big hair?
Fuck yeah. George Stephanopoulos.
Of course.
There it is.
Yeah, dude, he's like the spearhead, the tip. His hair is like right on the fucking cutting edge. Well, he is the guy. He'll teach you some shit.
Yeah.
He'll also tell you some really weird shit too. Like there's like a kind of documented, kind of not documented story of a ship being cloaked in electromagnetic energy or something, and then it like reappeared somewhere else. It's called the Philadelphia Project. So basically a ship was teleported and people were like morphed into the walls.
For real?
Famous conspiracy theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds real.
Check it out, bud.
Yeah, right? It does. It's weird.
Check it out. You know, Tesla was already there.
Yeah, he was the guy driving it.
He fucking loved it.
Whoops.
He spent all his time thinking about it. He's just jerking off at electricity.